Drug-free is the way to be.
Team of Concern is an early intervention prevention education program that's based in the school setting that may look like a lunch booth in a cafeteria. And so we may have some general information about alcohol or marijuana or substance use in general. And in a non-threatening way, it allows students to come up, approach the table, get some education, and kind of dispel some myths they may have about substances and substance use.
Team of Concern basically fostered our whole Red Ribbon Week activities for our students. Of course, that is where students come together and we vow to say no to drugs. At the junior high level, certainly in an urban school, it's very important that we reaffirm our commitment to not use drugs, and we want students to have activities that help them to remember and to also engage in ways with one another that support them for not using drugs.
We're taking our information and merging it with curriculum so that we're not taking anything away from students, but enhancing what they're already doing in the school.
I'm here to talk a little bit about our experience with Team of Concern and how that fits within the Kirkwood system. Basically, our problem-solving response to intervention are multiple tiered systems of support. If you think specifically about behavior and students that may be demonstrating behavior or emotional issues at school or academic issues at school, is that we really have tried to identify students right away who may need supports and then connect them to the appropriate interventions as soon as we are aware that a student is beginning to struggle.
Our intervention program, where a student who's thought to be more at risk than another student may need some more intensive education and even a therapeutic component in order to increase their resiliency and refusal skills, allow them to say no to experimenting with alcohol and other drugs.
Students that may be showing evidence of certain kinds of behavior or academic concerns, and where there may be some suspicion that a student may have issues that they're struggling with in terms of substance abuse. And so that has become an avenue for us to really provide immediate response and intervention around those issues. And we've been really appreciative to Preferred Family Health and the Children's Services Fund to be able to have that resource, because prior to that we really were trying to deal with those things without having appropriate resources in place.
The one that I'm most proud of is the help that Team of Concern gave us relative to Jenny's Junior High's alternative learning program. They taught prevention intervention, they did counseling services, they did games and outreach activities with the students, and the students actually loved it. But the thing that most impressed me was the willingness of the counselors to come in and work with students that they knew might not be so receptive.
So some of our students need intervention and support at school. Our goal is not just to provide the treatment, but to eliminate all the barriers.
Drug-free is the way to be. We gotta stay clean and stay off these streets. Drug-free the way to be. Don't always think about the weed. Go to school and graduate. Education's what you need. I've been told a lot of stories, but at first I never listened. Now at PFH, being drug-free is my intention. On the right path, and I ain't never looking back. When I get out, the last things on my mind is to relax. Back to the same old street. Say what's up to all the fellows. Then say bye-bye when they stop.
matter. Whether you're good to yourself or yourself you batter. A picture's worth 1,000 words, and much knowledge within dirt. Many years of unknown facts, but there's really no way to erase the past. I wouldn't try. This is my life. I live it good, night by night. I've done things that I know were wrong, like taking my first hit. Why would I do these things to myself? With all this intelligence, I refuse help. Pain is bad, but it can be good. It sometimes shows you what to cherish and want through good and bad. Holds you together while going mad. What I'm trying to say is I'm in recovery, and right now I know it's the best place for me.
And drugs just became my everything. Like, art has always been like the biggest part of my life. And it just went out the window. All my passions, all my dreams, everything went out the window.
Achieving.
Recovery.
Through creativity.
ARTC stands for Achieving Recovery Through Creativity, and essentially what it is it's a creative arts program with a therapeutic twist. We use visual arts, music, creative writing, sometimes drama. We have a real community element, and one of our main goals is to involve the community in what we do. When you put these kids in a position and set them up for success by tapping into their talents, you see them at their absolute best.
We are not the face of addiction. We are the hands of recovery.
Paint relaxes me, and it keeps me occupied because when there's really nothing to do, I always have something to do with paint. I never painted before when I was at home, before I came to a preferred, but now that I know how to do it, it's kind of fun, and I can do it all the time because I have the supplies. Now, ever since that I came to preferred, I never wanted to do art because I thought it was boring, but it's actually kind of fun.
Not only does ARTC provide us with a means of engagement and a way for the kids to express themselves, but also sometimes it gives us a real window into what's going on with the kids that we work with.
Everyone told me that I should stop smoking weed, but I looked at them like they were stupid. I told myself, why should I stop smoking? I thought about it really hard, but nothing came to my mind but darkness and smoke. Now that I have stopped, I'm becoming more successful making positive decisions. RC has been helpful keeping my mind off negative things. Everyone told me that I should stop, but I was lost in the darkness of addiction.
We are not the face of addiction. We are the hands of recovery. So when I come in and I bring art in a form that they can relate to. And I use music with them a lot, and I use rapping and lyrics with them a lot to help them explore how they feel.
Music helps me in the recovery process by giving me positive things to do outside of using drugs and alcohol. The part music will play in my sobriety will be giving me stuff to strive for and another reason to keep clean. If I didn't have music right now, I would be much farther back in the recovery process than what I am. The ARTC program has made my treatment stay much more enjoyable, and it gives me alternative ways to show all my feelings.
I can't wake up in the morning without turning on the radio. You know, the kids can't come in there without session without saying, can I listen to some music? Art, music heals the soul, and it heals recovery.
Okay, be a fake. Yeah. Okay. If luck ain't good, I guess that I'm an Irish. I stay flipping coins like I'm on my way to college. I gotta stay in school, luck ain't a thing. If you wanna be successful, then you gotta use your brain.
Okay.
Just know that you gotta take the pressure and the pain. You wanna have the fame, you gotta walk through the rain. You need to start playing, cause your life is not a game. You trying to be successful, that don't mean you a lame. What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. What's love but some made notion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a habit when it can be broken? Okay, stop smoking drugs. Drugs not a hobby. You need to play the sports and get a scholarship to college. Just to get money, man, you ain't gotta be robbing. You say you're gonna quit, but I don't see you stopping. You're making dirty money. Why can't it be clean, man? Stop being a follower and pull up your jeans. Call it what you want.
What you want?
Cake, bread, or cream, man. Rich people get it, you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. What's love but some made up notion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a habit when it can be broken? Books will get you far. Shoot for the stars. If you put your mind to it, you can buy yourself a car. You can ride real far in your brand new Benz. Money you can spend with your brand new friends. Anywhere you end up, boy, it's only you to blame. Put you in the cuffs and put your future straight to shame. You're going through the trouble just to make some chump change. Get on the road to riches, boy. School is the way. Yeah. What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. What's love but some made up notion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a habit when it can be broken? Mistakes in my time. I took a U-turn and